You're watching Forsaken Joe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy the story. Let's begin.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was supposed to be stuck at the warehouse, elbow deep in boxes for the next 2 hours. But the conveyor belt crapped out, and suddenly I was clocking out early. It should have been just another day, another grind. Instead, I was already planning my surprise for Carrie. I hadn't told her I was leaving early, just wanted to show up and catch her off guard. She always finished her calls around 5, so I figured she'd be on the couch by then, glass of wine in hand, watching a baking show or something equally predictable. Carrie and I, well, we clicked instantly the day we met at that dog adoption fair. We were the last 2 people standing around, waiting to take home our pets, and somehow we ended up with Cooper, our beagle, as a joint project. 6 months later, we married in a little civil ceremony. Just the 2 of us and a few friends. I always thought she was easygoing, kind. Someone who found joy in dumb jokes and made everything feel lighter. I thought today would be one of those easy, light moments. Grab takeout, crack open that fancy cider we'd been saving for no reason, laugh at something stupid. I could already picture her smile when she saw me walk in early. But then, as I opened the door, I heard the laughter. It wasn't her usual giggle. It was loud, almost too loud, with that edge of tipsy. There were 2 voices that didn't belong to her, too. My heart skipped a beat. I froze in the doorway just listening. Something didn't feel right. I stepped back into the hallway, my boots slipping off my feet before I even think about it. The sound of laughter. Carrie's laugh, that laugh I know so well, floods the quiet space around me. I don't know what's holding me there, why I'm still standing in the shadows, half hidden behind the doorframe. It's not like I want to hear this, but part of me can't stop myself from listening. Carrie's voice rises over the others, a little too light, a little too carefree. So, how was it with Caleb? Liz asks. I don't even know who this Caleb is, but my pulse picks up. My throat tightens. Liz laughs, the kind of laugh that sounds like she knows something you don't, like she's in on a joke and you're the punchline. Carrie giggles back, a sound that's foreign now, harsh in a way I've never heard it before. Oh my God, she says, her voice practically breathless. It was exciting, so much better than with, well, with me. I don't need her to finish the sentence. My stomach twists, the warmth in my chest gone cold in a second. I press my back to the wall, my legs unsteady like I'm not sure where to stand or what to do. My body's already feeling heavier, sinking into the floorboards like gravity's pulling harder than it should. Better how? Liz asks, and her voice gets louder with curiosity, tipsy enough that she doesn't care about the boundaries. She's baiting her, and Carrie's biting. Oh, his body is perfect. Carrie laughs again, a little more drunken this time. And he knows what he's doing, Like, he actually listens when I tell him what I want. She pauses. And he's got stamina. She lets the word hang there, heavy, like it's a secret weapon. I can't breathe. I can't feel my fingers. My stomach flips like it's trying to claw its way out of me. I hear them both laugh, Carrie, and Tessa too, chattering in that way that feels too light, too carefree for the words coming out of her mouth. He's so good, Liz. Carrie continues, the words spilling out of her, every one of them twisting like a knife. Like, way better than. I don't even know how to explain it. I've never felt like this before. I feel alive, Alive. That's what she says, like it's something I'm supposed to understand. Like I've been some kind of zombie, some half version of what she wanted, when all I ever did was try. I hear Liz's voice again, teasing, pushing further. So, you're saying Caleb's better than? What? Your husband? Carrie laughs, but this time it's empty, like she's tired of pretending. Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but yeah, way better. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it. I can't take it. My head's spinning, the room's closing in, and all I want is to disappear. To make them stop, to make it stop, but I can't. I can't barge in on them, not yet. I can't let Carrie see me, hear me, because part of me still wants to believe in this, still wants to hope there's some other explanation for all this. But then I can't stay there anymore. I pull myself back, step slowly, carefully down the hall, my heart thundering in my ears, my breath shallow. Every step feels like it takes me farther from the world I knew and closer to something I don't recognize. I don't know how I got to this point or when I stopped feeling like I mattered to her. But I know now that I'm standing at the edge of something broken, something unfixable. I don't make a sound. No door slam, no stomp of feet, nothing. I just keep backing away. My legs are like jelly. I'm numb, no anger, no rage, just empty, cold. I take one last look, but I don't turn the corner, don't confront her. I don't know if I'm strong enough for that. I just keep walking away. I stand there, in the middle of the living room, feeling like I can't breathe. My chest hurts, a dull ache like I've been sucker punched. I'm shaking, but I don't know if it's from anger or shock or something else entirely. I want to storm in, throw open that damn kitchen door, and scream at her, at them, but part of me knows it wouldn't do anything. Carrie's already made up her mind. So I don't scream. I don't even yell. I just turn, walk back down the hallway, and pull out my phone. My hands are steady now, steady in a way I've never been before. I flip the phone to silent, making sure there's no chance of me being interrupted. I open the voice memo app, and I don't think about it anymore. I crouch low against the wall, my breath slow and measured, and I listen. Carrie's laughter still rings out from the kitchen, but now it's just a dull echo. I'm not really hearing her. I'm waiting. I'm listening for what she's going to say next. And then it comes, her voice. Louder this time, without hesitation. Caleb's car, though, God, it's nice. Like way nicer than yours. And his house is huge. He's got everything, and he actually takes care of himself, you know? I wish you'd, maybe put in the effort like he does. You could look like that, too, if you tried. She's talking about me. She's talking about how I don't measure up. To Caleb. I want to throw my phone across the room, but I don't. I stay there, silent, cold, as she keeps going. She's bragging now. She's not even hiding it, not even pretending like I don't exist. She talks about Caleb's muscles, how he's got the body she wants, how she can't wait to see him again. I hear Tessa and Liz chiming in, laughing with her, egging her on. But Carrie? She's the one in control now. She's the one putting me down over and over. I'm still crouched there, my knees aching against the floor, my body frozen, while she tells them all about the places she's been with him. She's talking about his hands, his stamina, everything that's better than me. She sounds so damn casual, like it's just another day, another story to share with her friends. The words keep coming. I feel, I don't know, alive again, she says, and I swear that hits harder than anything else. Alive. It's almost funny how she doesn't even seem to care that I can hear this. She's so far gone in her lies, in her need to talk about it, that she doesn't even realize the one person who should know the truth is listening. By the time 20 minutes pass, I can't listen to her anymore. I stop the recording, but the image of her voice still rings in my head. She doesn't just sound different. She is different. I can't even tell if I know her anymore. I stand up, and my legs feel like they might buckle beneath me, but I steady myself. My whole body's numb, and I can't shake it off. I walk out the front door without looking back. I don't slam the door, even though part of me wants to. I don't make a scene. I'm too calm for that now. The calm that comes after everything's broken. As I walk down the porch steps, I pull out my phone again and text Brad. I don't care if he's busy with something. I don't care if it's late. I need him to know. He'll understand. I need you. Now. Brad's the kind of guy who hates cheaters. He's always said if it ever happened to him, he'd make sure the world knew. He doesn't mess around. And right now, I'm hoping to hell he doesn't. The text doesn't even feel real. I almost feel like I'm watching someone else send it. But then the phone buzzes, and Brad's reply comes in almost immediately. On my way. I take a breath, and it feels like a start. I meet Brad at his apartment a little after dark. He's sitting on the couch, his legs spread out like he owns the place. His eyes already narrowed when I walk in. I don't have to say anything. He knows what's coming. Without a word, I pull out my phone and hit play. The recording is just as raw as I remember, Carrie's voice all over the place. Half laughing, half breathing in that way she gets when she's talking about something she thinks is funny. The words blur together in a sick kind of rhythm. Caleb, his perfect body, her need for more. She sounds so confident, so fucking sure of herself. Brad's jaw clenches with every word, his hands gripping the edge of the couch. I can tell he's pissed, but he doesn't interrupt. Doesn't say anything until it stops. Jesus, he finally mutters. She really went there, huh? I don't respond. I just let it hang in the air. Brad takes a breath, stands up, and starts pacing the room. Look, I don't need to tell you this is bad, but we've got a chance here to expose her for exactly what she is. You know that podcast I co-host, right? The one for the paper? The small, but it's popular. People listen. I can already feel the plan forming in his mind, the wheels turning faster than I want them to. He glances at me, waiting for a reaction. I can upload this, he says, tapping his finger on the table. But I'll add some commentary, no names at first, but it'll be obvious to anyone who knows you. We'll let them connect the dots. And if she tries to play it off like she was drunk or something, I'll splice in those other lines where she talks about how alive she feels with Caleb. That'll make it clear this isn't just a mistake. I don't know if it's the alcohol from earlier or just the emptiness inside me, but I don't feel proud. Not even a little. I feel like I've crossed a line I won't be able to undo. But I don't stop him. I don't tell him to hold off. I give him the green light because I don't know what else to do. Brad nods once, like he was expecting me to say exactly that. You sure? Once it's out, there's no taking it back. Do it? I say, my voice flat, like it's not even mine anymore. He doesn't waste any time. Within minutes, he's tapping away at his laptop, pulling the audio file up, tweaking it, getting everything ready to go. I watch him, trying to pull myself together, but I'm not sure I'm succeeding. It feels like I'm just watching everything happen, like it's happening to someone else. I don't stick around to watch him finish. Instead, I head to a nearby dive bar to try and drown the weird calm that's settled over me. I don't even know why I go there. It's not like I'm looking for comfort. I guess I just need to be somewhere, anywhere, where I can breathe without feeling like I'm suffocating. I find a spot at the bar, order a beer, and tell a couple of the regulars what's going on. It's not the whole story, just the parts they need to know. But by the time happy hour's winding down, half the guys from the loading dock already know every detail. Word spreads fast in a town like this. I try to ignore the sinking feeling in my gut, but it's there, gnawing at me with every passing minute. The relief of finally doing something, anything, is there too, but it's hollow. It's like I'm in a fog, moving through it, not really feeling the weight of it all. It's done now. It's happening, and I can't take it back. At 8 o'clock sharp, Brad's podcast goes live. I'm sitting in my car behind the bar, parked under the flickering streetlight, trying to force myself to breathe as the seconds tick by. The engine is off, but the air feels thick, like I'm suffocating inside a too-small room. My hands are still shaking, and I grip the steering wheel, hoping the tightness in my fingers will somehow anchor me. The first few moments are quiet, just the sound of Brad's voice introducing the episode. Then, the audio kicks in, the sound of Carrie's laugh, then the words, Caleb's perfect body. My lazy hands. It's surreal hearing her talk like that, knowing I'm the one she's talking about, but she doesn't even sound like herself anymore. She sounds like a stranger. I try to focus, but my head's spinning. The chat on the podcast site explodes, filled with comments and reactions from people who recognize her voice immediately. It's like a train wreck. Everyone's piling in to talk about it. Someone posts a screenshot of Carrie's LinkedIn profile next to a quote from the recording. It's all happening so fast, so much faster than I thought it would. I pull out my phone and check the messages. There's one from Brad, simple and blunt. She's done. Town's eating it up. I read the message a few times, and for a second I think I should feel something else. I should feel anger, maybe, or satisfaction. But I don't feel that. It's more like a strange kind of relief, like a weight's been lifted off my chest. For the first time since all this started, I can actually breathe again. I sit there, staring at the screen, watching the comments roll in. Some people are shocked, some are laughing, some are pissed. A couple of guys from the loading dock drop in, throwing in their 2 cents, making jokes about Carrie being out of her league with Caleb. And even though I should be angry, even though I should be devastated, part of me just feels numb. It's happening. It's real. I take a deep breath and grab my keys, pushing open the car door. When I walk back into the bar, I'm different somehow. Not better, not worse. Just different. I slide up to the counter and order a round for everyone. The bartender looks at me like he's waiting for a speech, but I don't give one. I just say, "Here's to starting over." Some guys laugh, raise their glasses. The sound of clinking bottles fills the air, and it's like the noise is drowning out everything else. I don't feel proud, but I don't feel guilty either. I'm not sure what I feel, except for the strange calm that's settled in. I sip my drink, watching people around me talk, their voices blending together in the background. For the first time in what feels like ages, I don't feel like I'm carrying the weight of something I can't change. Tonight, it's done. It's out. And the town, hell, maybe the world, knows exactly what Carrie did. I don't think about her as much as I thought I would. I don't even know what I feel about her anymore. I just keep drinking and keep listening to the world around me spin. The next morning, I wake up to the kind of headache that feels like it's pressing in from every direction. The first thing I see is Carrie's face on the front page of the town's digital paper. The headline screaming, "Local woman exposed in on-air affair rant." My stomach twists in a way I didn't expect, even though I already knew it was coming. The whole town's seen her for what she is now, and it feels like the world's just shifted somehow. I'm not sure what to feel, just numb. I barely get through breakfast when my phone rings. Carrie's name lights up the screen, and before I can even say hello, she's screaming at me. Her voice is frantic, panicked. "You ruined my life," she shouts, the words sharp like daggers. "How could you do this to me? You didn't have to air my dirty laundry for everyone to see." I can barely keep my hands still, but I don't raise my voice. I don't have to. "You ruined our life, Carrie," I say, the words coming out steady, like I'm talking to a stranger. "You're the one who destroyed everything." There's a long silence on the other end, and I think for a second she's going to hang up, but then she starts crying. It's quiet at first, just little sobs that make her sound so small, so broken, but I don't feel sorry for her. Not anymore. "I never wanted to hurt you," she says, her voice cracking. "Then you shouldn't have done it," I reply, and I hang up on her before I can hear another word. The phone stays in my hand for a moment, like I'm waiting for her to call back, but I know she won't. She can't fix what's broken. I take a breath and go straight to the bank, moving all our joint savings into a new account. I don't even think twice. It's all I can do to keep from feeling like I'm suffocating. The rest of the day drags on. I avoid looking at the paper at my phone. Every time I think about it, I feel this tight knot in my chest, but I don't let myself unravel. Not yet. By the time I get home, the house feels emptier than it's ever been. The silence is like a weight on my shoulders. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I know I can't keep living like this. I can't pretend anymore. I go upstairs, gather all of Carrie's things. I pack her clothes, her shoes, the stuff I know she'll need. There's not much, just enough to fill a couple of boxes. I set them on the front porch, my hands steady, my mind on autopilot. I change the locks. Then I grab a pen and write a note. I don't try to make it sound nice. I don't care about being kind. It just says, "Don't come back." I set it on top of the boxes and walk back to my truck without looking back. Part of me wants to see her face when she finds everything gone. The other part, the part that's been beaten down for so long, that part doesn't care at all. I drive away without a second thought, and for the first time in what feels like forever, I don't feel the weight of her or the lies or the guilt. I just feel done. I crash at Brad's place for a few weeks while everything gets sorted. It's not like I've got anywhere else to go, and honestly, it's easier not being alone. Brad doesn't bring it up unless I do, which is exactly what I need. The place is small, 1 bedroom, a couch with a dent in it from where he spends most of his nights, but it's quiet. It's better than being home, better than being in that empty house with all those broken pieces. Word spreads fast. By the end of the week, half the town knows what happened. I hear things. People are talking. Some of it's stuff I expected. People whispering about Carrie, about Caleb. But some of it feels like a strange relief. The whispers aren't about me. They're about her. And somehow, that feels like I've taken back a little piece of my dignity. I keep hearing that Carrie left. Word is, she went to stay with her mom 2 towns over. I don't know if I care where she went anymore, but part of me wonders if she's running, hiding from everything she did. I don't ask. I don't want to know. A few buddies from the warehouse swing by one night, bringing beer and a couple of cards. They don't ask about the details, and I'm grateful for that. They just want to shoot the shit, talk about nothing, drink until it's all a little blurry. And for the first time in weeks, I feel like I'm not carrying around a 1,000-pound weight. We laugh at stupid jokes, and I actually sleep through the night without waking up every hour. It feels like normal again, even if it's just for a few hours. One night, Brad gives me this look, like he's waiting for me to snap out of whatever fog I've been in. He raises an eyebrow, slapping his phone down in front of me. You downloading that app? Or what? I stare at him, confused. Then I see the dating app icon on his screen, and I groan. Come on, man. You really think I'm ready for that? He shrugs. Doesn't hurt to try. You've been stuck in your head for too long. It's time to do something. So I download the app. It's mostly out of boredom, honestly. I don't expect much. Don't even think I'm ready for anything serious. But I swipe through a few profiles. A couple of women look interesting, but I don't feel the pull. It's mostly just passing time, but then I see Dana's profile. Her picture is just different. She's standing on a dock by the lake, hair windblown. This smile that makes you want to smile back. I match with her and we start chatting. It's easy. She's funny, doesn't ask a lot of questions up front, which I'm grateful for. The conversations are light, but real. We talk about music, movies, the stuff that feels like it matters when you're just trying to make sense of everything around you. She's smart. She gets it. And for the first time in a long time, I start looking forward to something. A week later, we go out for coffee. The whole thing feels a little weird, but not in a bad way. I expect it to be awkward, but it isn't. She's not like Carrie, not in any way I can put into words. She's present, without any of the weight of lies I'd carried with Carrie. We talk about books we've read, the places we want to visit, stuff that's easy. I find myself smiling more than I thought I would. Feels like breathing again. When the date ends, I don't feel the urgency to call her again right away. It's not about rushing into anything. It's just about the moment. About feeling something other than the heavy emptiness that used to hang over me. I don't know where things will go with Dana, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like it might be okay to see where it leads. 6 months later, the divorce is finalized. No court battles, no drawn-out drama. Carrie never even showed up. She signed everything through her lawyer. Part of me thought it would feel like a victory, but all it does is make the whole thing feel more final. Like there's no turning back. I don't linger on it. I've spent enough time holding on to the past. So, I call up Brad and a couple of the guys from the warehouse to celebrate. We head to a steakhouse in the next town over. It's nothing fancy, just a night to mark the end of that chapter. We drink too much, laugh about nothing, and talk about the dumb shit that feels good when you're finally starting to let go. Dana joins us afterward. She walks into the bar, looking effortless in a dress that makes her stand out. But she doesn't try too hard. I like that about her. She fits right in with the guys. They crack jokes. She laughs. And I can't help but feel this weird kind of relief. She doesn't ask about the past. She just lets me be here right now. When the night winds down, she comes back to my place. Nothing dramatic. No huge moment. Just the quiet ease of her presence. We order takeout, Chinese, because it's quick and we're both too tired for anything complicated. We settle in on the couch, watching old sitcoms, the kind that remind me of simpler times. Feels normal. More normal than anything's felt in a while. She leans against me, and I let myself relax, just for a moment. I'm aware of the way she fits against me, the way it feels comfortable and right. We don't talk much. It's not about deep conversations. It's just us existing in this quiet space, and for the first time in a long time, it feels okay to let someone else into that space. When I wake up the next morning, Dana's still there, asleep beside me. Her hair's all tangled, and the sunlight's coming in through the blinds in a way that feels peaceful. For the first time in what feels like forever, I realize I haven't thought about Carrie all day. Not once. I don't feel that gnawing ache anymore, that weight I carried around for so long. And that's when I know I'm finally moving on. I don't need closure. I don't need answers. I just need to keep going forward. A year later, Dana and I are living together in a small place near the lake. It's nothing fancy, but it feels like home. We've got a view of the water from the kitchen window, and every morning, I wake up to sunlight streaming through the trees. I can't say it's perfect, but it's peaceful in a way I never knew I needed. I've taken up running again, mostly to clear my head. I started a few months after we moved in, dragging myself out of bed early to hit the trail before work. Turns out I like it. It's the kind of thing that lets me focus on something that isn't heavy. The rhythm of my feet hitting the pavement, the steady beat of my heart. It's simple, but it's enough to make the noise in my head quieter. I started fixing up old furniture too. It's something I never thought I'd do, but Dana helped me see the potential in things that others might throw out. I sell the pieces online, nothing too big, just tables, chairs, small things, but it's enough to keep me busy, enough to keep me feeling like I'm building something again. Dana helps with the painting sometimes. She's got an eye for it, and she's patient with the process. Brad's podcast is still going strong. He jokes that I gave them their biggest episode ever. He's always cracking jokes about how my drama gave the town something to talk about, and he makes sure to throw in a dig at Carrie every now and then. It's not mean-spirited, but I can hear it when he talks about it. I can tell he's still pissed off for me. Carrie's name comes up less and less. I don't think about her much anymore, and neither do most people around here. Now, when I run into someone from the warehouse or the grocery store, they usually just give me a quick nod or a, "Hey man, good to see you." The occasional message still comes through, something like, "Good on you for handling it better than I would have." But I don't feel like a hero. I don't feel like I'm better than anyone else. I'm just someone who refused to be a victim. Someone who chose to keep going instead of drowning in the mess. Some days are easier than others, but I don't let the hard ones stop me anymore. I've learned that nothing's guaranteed, and I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just living day by day, and that's enough for now. On the 1-year anniversary of the podcast episode, Dana and I go out for burgers. Nothing fancy, just something we both love. We sit at a corner booth, the kind of place with old-school neon lights and that faint smell of grease in the air. It's the kind of place where you don't have to pretend, where the world feels a little smaller, a little simpler. Dana smiles at me over her fries and raises an eyebrow. "You should have charged Carrie for the free PR you gave her," she says, teasing. I laugh, shaking my head, and take a swig of my beer. "Yeah, well," I start, letting the words hang for a second. "She paid in full." We both chuckle at that. It's the kind of joke I wouldn't have made a year ago. Hell, I wouldn't even have smiled. But now it feels good to laugh. Feels good to let it go. That night, lying in bed with her, I think back to everything. The recording, the broadcast, the phone call. Part of me still can't believe she did that she said those things, aired all our dirty laundry like it didn't matter. It still feels unreal sometimes, like I was living in someone else's life for a while. But a bigger part of me is glad I found out. I didn't just lose a wife. I shed a lie I'd been living in. A lie I'd been holding on to for way too long. All the things I thought I had, all the things I thought we were, they weren't real. And now, for the first time in a long time, I feel lighter. The weight of that lie, that betrayal, is gone. Dana's hand finds mine under the covers, warm and steady. She doesn't say anything, and she doesn't need to. Her fingers just thread through mine like it's the most natural thing in the world. I close my eyes, letting myself sink into the quiet. I've never felt more at peace. The worst chapter of my life is behind me, and I'm finally starting to believe that maybe the rest of it doesn't have to be a fight. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm just free.